How to make your own crystal elixir safely. Crystal elixirs are considered one of the most ancient yet misunderstood practices in the modern spiritual world. Many people want to drink charged crystal water because they believe it amplifies emotional healing, manifestation, physical vitality, and energetic balance. But very few sources explain the true methods, the hidden dangers, the safe techniques, and the deeper metaphysical logic behind why crystal elixirs work for some people while causing harm for others. So today, you will learn the exact safe methods to create a crystal elixir, the scientific and metaphysical principles behind it, the mistakes people unknowingly make, which crystals are dangerous to put in water, how to use indirect methods safely, how long to charge your water, how to activate it energetically, how to select the right crystal, how intention interacts with molecular structure, why ancient cultures used water charging rituals, and how you can make your own elixir at home in a completely safe and powerful way. If you stay till the end, you will understand real crystal energy knowledge that most people have never heard. And if you have any perspective, thought, or question, comment below. Like, subscribe, and stay connected for more deep knowledge. Understanding the concept of crystal elixirs. A crystal elixir is water that has been infused with the energetic frequency of a crystal. The concept is not just modern spirituality. Ancient Egyptians charged water under the sun for healing. Ayurveda used gem-infused water for balancing doshas. Traditional Chinese medicine placed specific stones near liquids to influence qi. Indigenous cultures believed that water carries memory. Modern research by physicists and water scientists proposes that water has structural clusters that react to vibration, sound, and energy. Crystals vibrate at stable, consistent frequencies because of their internal geometric structure. When placed near water, the electromagnetic field of a crystal can influence the molecular arrangement of water without dissolving any physical component. This is the true concept of elixirs. You are not drinking the crystal. You are drinking the energetic imprint, a subtle frequency, a vibrational template carried by the water. This is why intention matters. This is why purity matters. And this is why safety matters. Why safety is the most important rule. Many people on the internet tell you to put any crystal inside water and drink it. This is dangerous. Many crystals contain toxic substances such as copper, lead, arsenic, sulfur, aluminum, asbestos fibers, and heavy metals. If you submerge them in water, small particles can leach. Even if the crystal is safe, many stones are porous and can break or dissolve. Some have unstable structures that can contaminate water. This is why the biggest mistake people make is using the wrong method. The safest method for elixirs is always indirect. Direct infusion should only be done with a very small category of safe, non-toxic, non-porous crystals. Even then, indirect is recommended because it keeps the physical crystal separate from the water while still transferring its energy. Just like the warmth of fire can heat you even if you are not touching the flame, the energy field of a crystal can influence water without touching it. The energetic logic behind water charging water is known as the universal solvent, but in energy work, water is the universal receiver. It adapts, it responds, it remembers, it carries, and it transmits. If you look at its molecular shape, it is bent, polar, and capable of hydrogen bonding, meaning it forms clusters. These clusters rearrange based on vibration. Sound changes water patterns. Temperature changes patterns. Emotional energy affects patterns. Crystals emit stable, coherent frequencies because of their atomic symmetry. When water is placed near a crystal, micro vibrations begin influencing the hydrogen bond networks. Over time, the water stabilizes into a more ordered structure. This is what spiritual practitioners describe as charged water. You are drinking a pattern, not a particle. A frequency, not a fragment. A vibration, not a mineral. Choosing the right crystal for your elixir. The first step is choosing a crystal that matches your intention. Clear quartz is used for clarity, healing, purification, and amplification. Amethyst is used for emotional balance, intuition, stress release, and spiritual clarity. Rose quartz is used for heart healing, compassion, forgiveness, and emotional softness. Black tourmaline is rarely used for elixirs because it contains aluminum, but its energy can be used indirectly for grounding and protection. Citron is used for confidence, joy, manifestation, and abundance. Carnelian is used for energy, motivation, creativity, and life force. Selenite must never be placed in water because it dissolves, but indirectly it can be used for cleansing energy. Malachite, pyrite, galena, lapis lazuli, and hematite are toxic or semi-toxic when wet and must never be submerged. So understand your intention and choose crystals that align with it. This is the foundation of a powerful elixir. Safe crystals for direct contact. Only a small list is considered safe for direct water infusion. These include clear quartz, rose quartz, smoky quartz, amethyst, citron, aventurine, obsidian, chalcedony, and certain jaspers. Even then, the crystal must be polished, non-coated, non-treated, and cleaned properly. However, no matter how safe a crystal is, indirect infusion remains the safest method. If you are creating an elixir for regular consumption, always choose indirect. Crystals you must never put in water. Malachite contains copper and becomes toxic. Selenite dissolves. Pyrite releases sulfuric compounds. Hematite rusts. Lapis lazuli contains pyrite inclusions and can be harmful. Fluorite may release fluoride. Celestite is too soft. Calcite dissolves slowly. Angelite turns into gypsum. Galena contains lead. Chrysocolla releases copper. Azurite is toxic. This list is long. If you are ever unsure, never submerge the crystal. Use the indirect bowl within a bowl method. How to cleanse your crystal before making an elixir. Cleansing is essential because crystals absorb energy. If you make an elixir with a crystal that holds old emotional residue, the water will carry that vibration. You can cleanse your crystal through smoke cleansing, sound cleansing using bells or bowls, moonlight charging, dry salt cleansing for crystals that tolerate salt, breath cleansing, visualization cleansing, or through selenite plates. Never cleanse porous or soft crystals with water. How to prepare your water for charging. Use purified, filtered, or spring water. Avoid tap water if possible because chemicals like chlorine can interfere with subtle energy structuring. Room temperature water is best. Cold water slows molecular movement, and hot water can damage crystals. Pour the water into a clean glass jar. Plastic should never be used because it interferes with energy transfer. Glass is the best conductor of subtle frequencies without contamination. The indirect method. Step by step. Place your crystal inside a small glass bowl. Take a larger glass container and fill it with drinking water. Place the small bowl containing the crystal inside the large container. The crystal is not touching the water. Instead, it is surrounded by it. Over time, the energy field of the crystal influences the water in the outer container. This method protects you from toxins, dissolving minerals, and contamination. Leave the setup for 4 to 12 hours depending on the crystal and the intention. Morning sunlight adds vitality, clarity, and masculine yang energy. Moonlight adds calmness, intuition, and feminine yin energy. If you want an emotionally healing elixir, use moonlight. If you want a motivation elixir, use sunlight. If you want a balanced elixir, use both by placing it during sunset or sunrise. Use only polished stones, not raw. Place the crystal directly in the water. Leave for 2 to 12 hours. Remove the crystal. Store the water in a glass bottle. Use within 24 to 48 hours. Charging with intention. Intention is not imagination. Intention is focused direction of awareness. When you hold the jar of water and think about your goal, your thoughts generate microelectromagnetic patterns. These patterns interact with the water. Crystals amplify these signals. So hold the jar, breathe deeply, state your intention clearly. Not emotionally scattered, not desperate. Calm, steady, directed. A clear intention creates a clear elixir. Optional ritual enhancements. You can add sound frequency. You can place the setup on a wooden surface for grounding. You can use affirmations. You can draw symbols on the glass. You can meditate while holding the jar. You can place herbs around the container but never inside. All these enhance the energy pattern. How long should you charge your elixir? Minimum 4 hours. Best 8 to 12 hours. If charging under sunlight, avoid leaving it too long because heat can damage certain crystals. If charging under moonlight, full moon creates the strongest feminine frequency. New moon creates a manifestation reset energy. Waxing moon enhances goals. Waning moon removes negativity. Match your timing with the purpose of your elixir. How to store your crystal elixir. Store in a sealed glass bottle. Keep in a cool, dark place. Consume within 24 to 48 hours for maximum energetic structure retention. How to use your crystal elixir. Drink small sips throughout the day instead of one big gulp. You can also add a small amount to your bath water. You can sprinkle a few drops in your home for energetic cleansing. You can spray plants. You can use it in manifestation rituals. You can place a few drops on your palms before meditation. Water carries intention to your cells. Use consciously. Who should avoid crystal elixirs? Pregnant women should avoid direct contact elixirs. People with medical conditions should avoid elixirs made with stones that release minerals. Always choose indirect. Remember that crystal elixirs are energetic tools, not medical treatments. Why some people feel strong effects and others feel nothing. It depends on sensitivity, hydration level, psychological openness, emotional state, and consistency. Just like meditation takes practice, so does energy sensitivity. Closing. If you learned something new today, share your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe. If you want more deep, raw knowledge like this, let me know.